I actually started my company in 1995 when I was still a student in a guitar making school. But I was very enthusiastic. I had to get into the business even before I graduated. So it was my first shop was like 35 square meters in a small town in southern Finland. It's called Hyvinkää, and I started repairing guitars, and from the first day on, or even before I started my company though, I had the idea to aim high with what I'm doing. So nothing wrong with repairing guitars locally. It's valuable work, but for me the kind of my target, my purpose in why I had studied for years to become a guitar maker was that I could make my own guitars and make a living, go international. Well, one little story from 1996 was when I made my first website. I don't know if you guys remember how internet was back in 1996, but it was like, I don't know, there was Netscape browser, and the Alta Vista, I think, was one of the early web directories. You didn't have Google, you didn't have social media, there was really not much anything going on in internet. It was more for nerds, for tinkering around, for playing around. And a friend of mine recommended me that, you have to make a website, that's the future. And I really went for it. I studied this program, Microsoft Front Page, I remember it, starting to make my own do-it-yourself, really simple website, and I got the domain ruokangas.com from somewhere. It was not so simple to get a domain like that in those days, but somehow I figured it out, and I got it working. And then I sent, when I had the website up, I sent press releases to Guitar Player magazine, to Guitar World. I think to England I sent to Guitarist magazine, and to Germany, to everywhere I could think of. I sent out these simple press releases that I'm a guitar maker from Finland and I have this guitar model called the Duke, and I put the contact info with the website there. And to my great surprise, most of these big international guitar magazines published my press release, and some of them even made it like a bigger story than it really was. And they titled it that in Finland there's a guitar maker who has a website, and that was the big news for these magazines, because nobody had websites. So this is something that I just happened to be in the right time, in the right place, and got a lot of exposure, a lot of visibility through that. To me, that felt like a little thing, but it's something that now in the hindsight, thinking of it, that do that today and it totally would not work anymore.